So, welcome to the Imperfect Podcast, where we sit with authentic and true people and talk about true experiences, and most importantly, about your imperfections. So, today we have Laure. Laure, thank you for being one of the first guests to be on this episode. Thank you for courage and for your trust. And I'm very happy to have you. And as we said, it's an imperfect podcast, so we can do all the mistakes that we want. No problem. Laure, I usually like to start by asking my guests to present themselves because we tried with you, we tried several times and it was very difficult. So I'm going to present you. So Laure is a mom. Laure is a dear friend. Laure also is I would say, a healer because I was one of your clients also. I tried with you a rebirthing session and it was an amazing session. I still have it in me till now. You are a person that continuously work on yourself, who is very aware of your flaws. So I think this episode will be very interesting because we can talk about so many imperfections. The normal person, like we all have a lot of imperfections, but you are aware of them, and that makes the whole difference with you, love. So I think it's gonna be a very rich episode. So, Laure, did I introduce you well, or do you feel like saying something else? Parfait. Okay,
No need to
great.
say more.
Okay. So, Laure, let's start. What makes you the most imperfect?
Okay, so what is my main defect? Kind of.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
As a part of me that need to control, the controlling part of me that need to know everything. Otherwise, it's the end of the world. My God,
Laure,
I'm gonna
I have it
die.
very. It's a very difficult for me to do this podcast. You know why? Because every time I have a guest and they talk to me about their imperfection, I find it in me. So you are my fourth guest, and I have all like I am also in control. What to do? Like I'm crazy. I have all the imperfections. When you were talking about that, I saw myself. So tell
Yes.
me more. Tell me more, Laure.
And when I was saying it, I was thinking about you.
Thank you for your confirmation.
I know we have the same part. So yes, the controlling part of me, like especially recently, I have um, an important reality check about this part. Like recently, I've been more aware of how my personality, my ego can control things that I knew and saw, but I was like, my ego was trying to escape it. Like, okay, it's okay, I still control it, but I did so much into let it go. It's okay, I can still control. And like recently, I'm just seeing it a lot, and yeah, so there is a
But
lot
look,
of
because people sometimes when they hear us talk about control, they think that we are like abnormal people who are like very rigid and very in control. But in fact, much more subtle than that. That's why I would love you to give us an example so that everybody could identify with this imperfection.
yeah. So so controlling, as you say, especially after many years on self-development and working on myself, it's not as obvious as it used to be. So now it's more subtle, but controlling in a way that sometimes when I talk to people, like in a smart way, I know how to talk to people and have the last word, or I'm in conversation and I keep on insisting on putting my point of view. Like um, if I share a point of view and someone will share a point of view, and I keep on sharing another time my point of view, and the other person do it again, and this is controlling for me.
Mm.
Insisting. I uh, also I observed recently on the fact of how I my personality needs to plan and organize. So this is why I love your podcast, and I find you so brave for it, and I have so much admiration for you, because it's exactly not falling into, I believe, maybe your own main defect too, And being here with you, actually, I'm using that for me right now is trying not to control, just to be receiving. And you even talk about that with Sarasvati, with Amanda, when you talk about toxic femininity and toxic masculinity. I have both. I have toxic masculinity, like the part of me that need to know everything. So I need to plan, and I overplan, and I need to know everything what's going to happen to feel secure, because I don't trust myself. And so I don't trust others, so I don't feel safe in this world, and so I observe that too, or when I insist on things on how things should be, or with my husband, for example. I will keep on repeating the same thing, asking for the same thing, not in a row, but like still like I would say something and maybe
Every 2 hours.
every 2 hours, or the next day I would say it again, which is controlling. I mean, the subtle part of me that believes that I am the one who makes things, not
But
the
why
one
do you think you want this control comes from which need? So
I would say for me, coming from a part of me that doesn't trust myself. I don't trust myself, so I need to control to feel safe. So I don't trust myself, so I will surely don't trust others. Okay, so I definitely don't trust others. So definitely I don't feel safe in this world. I'm giving you the general vibes, even though it doesn't feel this way when I was doing it. It needs a lot of honest self-investigation and really sitting with yourself and breathing through it. At least for me, I need to breathe through it to really feel it. I was not aware of it, but I was observing that there is a part of me that doesn't really feel really safe in this world, as if I'm always like controlling and alert, like something is going to happen, someone's going to do something to me, because I don't trust myself. And as I want this year to express myself through my creativity, creativity is definitely out of control. You cannot control it. As much as the more I try to control it, the more I block it. So I see this part of me that I want to control even more, because this year I really want to express myself through creativity.
I love it. No, when you were talking, like when you were talking about the source, in my case, I felt that the source is also this need for safety. I think that if I control, I will be safe. In fact, it is the complete opposite. Why? Because I'm trying to control things that are out of my control. I'm trying to change people. I'll try to change external circumstances. I'm trying to change the outcome because I want the outcome to be like I want it. And because if the outcome is like I want, I will be safe. If the outcome is something that I don't want, I will be lost. But in fact, if rather than that, I say to myself, whatever the fucking, because it's imperfect, we can use big words. Whatever the outcome is, I will be safe. I will be more in my power rather than giving away my power to external circumstances for me to be able to control. So this is a very powerful topic, and thank you for bringing this up, Laure, to this conversation at the beginning of the conversation. And it's very funny because I think it's the only conversation in the world and podcast in the world that starts with the imperfections. Usually we say, "Oh, you are beautiful. Oh, you look very nice today. Oh, you did something great." And no,
But it feels so good. What a relief.
exactly. It's okay to be imperfect. It's a big relief. You are right. You are right. But Laure, let's be uh, realistic. We live in a world that praises perfection. And in a lot of situations in our life, we are pressured and pushed to be perfect. In your case, what is the role or the situation in your life where you feel the most pressured to be perfect?
Me, in my life, it started even more when I became a mom 4 years ago.
I felt it will be your answer because it's very important for you. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So ever since, actually, I try to be a perfect mom. Ever since until now, I'm more aware of it. I'm letting go way more than how I used to. So the same topic has different layers. And I tackle layers every time. But recently I still observed that no, I didn't even know that this part of me wanting to be perfect was still active in me. But it still is. So yeah, it's a situation where I feel I need this pressure.
How do you feel this? How do you see it, observe it, or feel it? This need for perfection as a mom.
Actually, to be completely honest, it served me also. It has it had benefit. It brought me benefit in my life because I had this part of being sure that I'm not enough, being sure that there is something wrong with me. I'm really not enough. It's not even a doubt. It's a conviction, 100%. So because of this part that believes that I'm not enough, since when I became a mom, everything increased. The beauty part of me and the darkness part of me. Everything amplified in order for me to feel good enough. This part of me, so I was trying to be perfect. So it pushed me to give Noah, my son, 200% of who I am. It pushed me to homeschooling him until now. He's gonna start school, but he's 4 years old, and until now, he's my main job. It pushed me to breastfeeding him for a long time, to do to do a technique, elimination communication, like to teach him how to be clean from birth. It pushed me to do so many things, to do home births, so it pushed me to go out of the box and to give him everything that I have, so it was also a good thing. It's because of that I push myself so much. But I realize now I want to go out of fear. I want to do things because this is what I believe it is the most relevant for him, not because I'm afraid that if I don't do that, I fuck him up and I would feel so such a bad mom.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting what you're saying. Two things that came to my mind. The first one is the trap of perfection, because sometimes I feel it in my work, for example. I tell everyone, yeah, because I was so perfectionist in my work, I succeeded and I did a lot of things and I achieved. That's the trap of the perfection, because perfection at some moment in our life maybe helped us. But the problem is that our fucking also brain keep the same program and keep it all the time with us, thinking that this will be beneficial for us in whatever situation we have. And in fact, it's very courageous, like you did, to say to yourself, no, I want to stop now because this perfection is not serving me anymore. So maybe it's a very delicate balance to find between perfection and imperfection, and when to do it, when not to do it, etc. And it could be a trap, because it's like all the addictions that give you pleasure or result and fast result in a way. You keep want to do it again and again, but then it doesn't give you the same benefit anymore. And the second notion that is very interesting is fear, doing things by fear versus doing things because we believe it's the best thing. How it's very difficult to break this. How do you do, or what do you suggest to people who feel the same?
I suggest, it depends on everyone. It depends on how much you want to go out of your own suffering. Like how much you eat your own shit again and again and again and again, and it doesn't stop, and you have the same result. And after a while, you realize, okay, if I feel this way, it's maybe not because of my life, but maybe because of how I perceive my life. So I think for most of us, en tout cas, at least for me, I would say for me, as much as I suffered and I still suffer, this is what pushed me to awake. So my imperfection pushed me to lead me to the light of who I am. So if someone is not ready to change, it's because they didn't suffer enough yet.
But in your case with Noah, and knowing that this perfection helped you achieve things, where was the click for you where you said, no, I this is not serving me anymore?
I mean, when on or how?
Both, or anything. or why?
To be completely honest, it happened actually recently, really recently. As I came back from traveling, I wanted to, so okay, I came back with an excitement of of the unknown, like to be excited of the unknown and this inner joy of of excitement for the discovery. And also, when I was trying to fit this part, I also observed the control part of me that came back actually, like, and the control part of me, I even control how to let go, and I even control and push myself to choose positively. Like, it's that much that my personality can control. And actually, recently, through passing through rebirth, you asking me to be completely authentic and vulnerable, right? So
Of
voila.
course, that's the deal.
So we were practicing rebirthing with someone else, and this person was guiding me. And apparently, I didn't know it consciously, but apparently, I didn't trust her. So because I didn't trust her, I put myself in 2 hours of so much resistance and pain, and 2 hours of breathing, and it was so difficult. It's been a long time. I didn't have such a hard rebirth. And to realize after, it's because I didn't trust her from the beginning unconsciously. So because of it, I completely closed.
Hmm.
And in rebirthing, you cannot lie. How you do in rebirthing is your pattern in your life. So I was like, okay, Laure, this is what you do. Apparently, in real life, when you don't trust anyone, no, I starting school. I don't trust the school. So I was like closing up, and I was like, no, this is not how I want to know how to start school. Everything that he will take everything from me. Je peux pas parler.
Laure, do you have the feeling that this perfection that you were seeking in your role as a mother, did you lose yourself in this journey of being a perfect mom?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. It is also um, related um, to realize that for me, love equals self-sacrifice. So I'm so grateful for all of this, for all the shit, for all the wanting to be perfect, for all the losing myself into it, because actually Noah is like in 4 years I grow so much, so much. Like he's my teacher, you know. I can, because of him, I can see myself way faster, actually. So I'm grateful because it was there before him anyway. And yes, I have a part of me that believe that love is self-sacrifice. So yes, I lost myself many times and come back to myself and lost myself again and come back.
I'm very happy, you are a friend after all, and this conversation is a conversation between two friends, and I'm very happy to hear that you came back to yourself, and I feel that this time you came back to yourself for a sustainable way, because when you were talking, I felt that you lost yourself. Of course, as you said, it's on and off, huh? It's up on and off, but you remembered yourself now, and that your happiness and the meaning of your life is beyond also this role. Maybe you have other roles also, and you spoke about creativity. You spoke about, you didn't speak, but I know how you are also a great healer. And I'm very happy to see that you are on this creation path again. So congratulations.
See? حبيبي.
So we spoke a little bit about that, but let's make it maybe clearer for you in your path and all these imperfections that you spoke about: control, the losing yourself in a role. Uh, how did these imperfections shape who you are today?
It shaped me because the more I feel this imperfection, my main defect, how much shit that I had, like my personality has like so many flaws, so many flaws. The more I feel it, the more it pushed me to the best part of me, to the light of me. Only because I suffer, only because I feel perfect, only because I feel okay, I'm tired of not feeling good enough now. It's time to feel enough. Maybe it's
Mm.
because I felt not good enough for a while, you know? So they are serving me, and it's in my own narrative, it's like pain and suffering and joy, and it's a dualité, contradiction all the time. But
Mm.
if I go out of it, it is this matrix is made like this contradiction. This is this reality, this matrix is exactly designed to experience the imperfection.
Yeah, having fun. You know, like you were saying, and I was seeing it. The only way to know each other is to experiment our imperfections, because we will be more and more connected to the real parts of us, the ones that energize us, that makes us feel good, that make us feel alive. And we cannot, like, you know, we live in a world where we see on Instagram, on TV, everywhere, perfection in 3 steps. You can do this, this, and that. I'm sick of it. I can't stand it anymore, you know. And it seems to be very easy, but in fact, the reality is completely different than that. And I'm wondering that, because you you are a very engaged and involved mom, I'm thinking about these new generations that are coming, that are starting their life by messages like, "This is easy. In 2 steps, you can be perfect." How do you think that the new generations will deal with this, all this the quest for perfection and easiness? Let's say.
Like if it's yes, easy to change or to be perfect, or
Yeah,
be honest, I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't want to know. It's not my job to know. Whatever the truth, whatever the new generation will experience, is what they choose to experience.
exactly. We cannot even know what they will experience, because we don't. We are not them.
We're not them. I don't know. This is controlling, like trying to plan. I mean, for me now, trying to decide what's going to happen, how they will decide. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't even want to know. This is my lesson of humility. You're not supposed to know, Laure.
And
You're
Laure,
supposed to savoir.
what makes you ground yourself? What grounds you in this perfection-based obsessed world? What grounds you the most?
What ground me is my breath, my body, and my son Noah. How I mainly it's them. Mainly it's them. My breath is help me to pass through my own fear and to have this autonomy and independence. I just need myself to heal myself. And when I pass through my fear enough without resisting, this is when I can connect to who I am really. So it always ends up with a beautiful connection.
So, but practically, the breath, you mean like you do meditations, or also whenever you feel sometimes emotional about something, you just use your breath to ground it, or both?
Meditation is something, but breathing consciously is another thing. So
But you do it like sitting on or you do it on your daily life,
daily
or
life and
okay.
during my sadhana, and once a week a full rebirth. Once a week I do a full session alone, like it's a big sadhana. But yes, on my daily life, I use it a lot as to teach Noah. Like, okay, so now I'm feeling anger, for example, but you're not responsible of my emotion. Let me pass through it. I breathe through it. Kids doesn't learn by what you say; they learn by by what you do. They
Yes,
model
what
by
they
what you
see.
do, what they see. So I'm trying to do it for him, for me, and to teach him. And so breathing, definitely. And sometimes just on my daily life, 3 deep breaths before entering something. Starting with you, I had a part of me who wanted to be perfect before starting with you. So I did my 5 minute breathing alone, and it's still here, but I don't let this part control lead me right now. But it's still here, you know.
I can see it. Okay.
Quand j'essaie d'être trop relâchée, when I try to be really relaxed, and And Noah, because Noah being with a child, it's all about presence. What your Noah will remember, any kid will remember, it's the quality of presence that their parents give them. So with him, because of him, like when I'm with him, I'm trying to be here right now. Forget about yourself. Forget your narrative. Be here. Voila.
Good.
But I wanted to say also something that you did, that you are doing right now, and I feel it's a huge game changer, is action.
Mm.
If you want to shift, okay, you have to first pass through your fear, allow them to be able later to choose differently, and you have to acting like if I stay in my head and decide that, okay, it's okay not to be perfect, and I'm perfect with my imperfection, only by mentally, it won't be enough action like you do. Like you just go, you just started your podcast, imperfect. This is how you really feed the part of you of.
Because you're talking about that, Laure, let's be very honest with each other. Nobody's hearing us. So you know me, you know that I've been talking about this podcast for years, let's say, or months or years about this podcast. So maybe in the back of your mind, you said he will never do it. As I was saying about myself, did you say this to yourself?
About you?
Yeah. No, like you never thought I'm gonna do it, because I personally I talk a lot about a lot of things, but I don't do everything I say I'm gonna do. So did you believe that I'm gonna do it, or
To be honest, not as soon as right now. C'est pour ça qu'à told you I was like so impressed and in admiration, and like I was okay. So you're pushing me just by doing you, being you. You don't have to do anything. Your light is spreading all over, and it even pushed me to like that. I didn't expect you to do it as soon as now.
Me neither. So I'm not surprised that you're saying that, because if I was not believing that I'm gonna do it as soon as possible, how could you? You know. So and the key was that I said to myself, if it's okay if it's not a perfect podcast, you know, and that's why that's how the idea of having a discussion with people I love about imperfection, and how imperfections are the things that shape us, and the importance, praising maybe the imperfections, but not praising them just to stay on them, praising them to grow through getting out of. What did you have to unlearn to grow, Laure?
Mais tu poses des questions, Ziad. Everything. What do you want me to say? What?
One thing that Heike, that would like to share.
Can you repeat the question?
What did you have to unlearn in order to grow? I love it. It's a very funny question. No?
It's really funny. Really, everything. This is 81 on 1. 81 on 1. Like it's deprogramming all my personality.
Yeah,
To that new
you're
way,
right.
like everything. So, like,
Yeah,
I have
it's crazy.
mais oui. But first
We
of all,
have zero. We're
pardon,
starting from scratch again, no?
exactement. Like, and it's not an education. But, okay, this is what our soul chose to explain, but it's not an education that we receive from a young age. It came later in life. Like, first of all, not to react to things all the time. Start acting, start living instead of reacting. And I'm still in the process of it, but it's kind of the main thing. And under it, you have so many things. It's one of the things that the HC, I think, first for that, this community.
Yeah. So unlearning everything.
Can you tell me, what did you have to learn?
I'm the host, so I shouldn't know.
No, it doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way.
Okay,
I play the game of two.
I think I'm still in the. I'm gonna tell you something, because I did. I think I'm so many things, in fact. But let me say, It's so many.
Why?
You know, maybe acknowledging that power is not destructive. This is a belief I have. Another belief is life is difficult. Another one is I need to please a lot of people or do what other people want, and not only do but know what they want and do it to be loved. No, and maybe you have 100, 200 beliefs that I'm still working on. That are still shaping my life as we speak. Even if I'm aware of them, because the process of letting go, it takes time and practice, and it's a process.
Thank you. Merci. And you
Now
had
I'm
a
gonna take my revenge.
No, you just asked me the question, right? Just
Yeah, I
like
know.
the same.
I'm gonna ask you a weird question. If I meet you today in a quiet moment in nature and away of every program and every condition and every role you have in your life, who would I meet?
And now you come back to the first question that you asked me, who I am, in a really different way, in a beautiful way. I feel you will meet someone calm and peaceful, joyful, peaceful, creative, excited. I will meet myself.
Wow, that's beautiful. I know this
But
person, by the way.
it doesn't really, words cannot really describe who I am.
I think the mood that you gave us explains, and the way you said it shows how much you are longing for this person. So we're getting to the end. Two last questions. The first one is, what would you say to somebody who's watching us now or listening to us, and who's feeling they want to control everything, they want to control the outcome, they are not having trust in themselves, they are not, they don't feel they are enough? What you would tell them?
Tell them, allow yourself to feel whatever you feel. Every part of you is equally valid, all the same. It's impossible for you to choose differently unless you accept that you have those parts in you too. So accept it and feel it. Don't be afraid to feel, knowing it's a part of the solution.
Beautifully said. We're too serious here, no? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna ask you I don't know how you will answer it. So can you please, before we close this conversation, tell us something that no one knows about you?
Thing that no one knows about you. So actually, you don't want me to stay general. You want me to be specific.
And you don't need to explain much, you just throw something and you continue. We end it. And you don't need to explain. I'm not gonna try to understand,
That my personality can be narcissistic. That's it. No explanation.
Laure, thank you so much. I have to close now, I'm afraid. No. You might manipulate me. We are all narcissists. So, thank you, Laure. It was a pleasure to have you. We laughed a lot, by the way. Thank you for this moment of smile and fun and creativity. So we started by talking about how control seems to be helpful, but in a very, very quick way, it becomes an obstacle for your growth. How you had to go through this to let go of control, and you are still trying to let go of control to reach your full potential. We spoke about how you took your role of a mother to the perfect. This put a lot of perfection pressure, and how this served in a way the way you treated Noah or educated Noah, but that so at the same time sometimes made you forget about yourself, and that now you are in the verge of remembering yourself, remembering that you want creativity in your life, that you want to have fun and to create, and very happy for that. We spoke also about you sometimes you feel lack of trust in yourself. and trust in people, and how this affects also your relationship with yourself and your life and what you could achieve in life, and also feeling of not being enough that many of us could feel. You also reconnected and shared with us the fact that inside of you, very well protected, and deep inside, that is a very calm, peaceful, serene, and joyful person that I already met, by the way, and that you would like to activate even more. You shared also with us the steps that you use to ground yourself with the breathing, the body, and your son. And finally, you told us that you are narcissists. Thank you, Laure. It was a pleasure to have you. I hope,
Merci.
and I hope we will do another episode in a few months when we will have 1 million followers.
But you
No?
just said that you don't care about
I don't care, but I would be happy to have them. I'm trying to manifest.
it. Will come definitely.
Yeah. So please, guys, follow us, like us, share with your friend, comment. We will be on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple. We will be on Instagram, Imperfect Podcast. Please, your contributions and reactions will help us reach our milestone of 1 million followers. Thank you so much. And thank you, Laure.
Merci, Ziad. Beautiful soul. Bisous, bisous.
Thank you. How do I stop it? I want to stop it without stopping you.